Take a dress. Wow, time flies.
Yeah, I would like to take this time to tell everybody. Shadi, you have the floor.
Yep. All yours, my brother.
All right, let's get into it. It's been an eventful month.
Yes.
It's been an eventful month from the Atlanta mayor situation to InvestFest to post InvestFest, and here we are. So we're not going to drag this out too long, but it's important to actually we're going to break this down surgical for the audience because it's really important for people to understand. And we're going to have a whole dialogue about this. So let's talk about InvestFest, right? InvestFest, there would be no InvestFest wouldn't be possible without Troy. He's added so much value. Without Mike, AB, Ian Dunlap, Matt Garland, 19 Keys. There's people that if it wasn't for those people, there would be no InvestFest. It wouldn't happen, right? It wouldn't happen at all. There would never be an InvestFest if it wasn't for the people that I just named and other people as well. But for me, InvestFest is a little different because everybody has their own relationship with InvestFest. InvestFest is something that is my idea, right? So it's a little different when you come up with an idea in your head and 6 years later, it's 30,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
That's a feeling that very few people could probably understand, right? So you carry it a little differently. And, I've heard people say like, yo, Rashad's crazy. Potentially. But you got to be crazy to think that what you think in your head 6 years later can be a stadium with no outside funding, with no sponsorships, with no relationships, with no connections, with no political relationship, just the empowerment of the people and the support of everybody that's working day in and day out. So in InvestFest is really a labor of love. That's what people don't really fully understand. Like we promote InvestFest for 1 year. We already planning for next year now. We promote it for a year. We work on it for a year. This is all us. We don't take outside capital. Everything you see is us. So from a financial standpoint, this is important for people to understand. It makes no sense for us to do InvestFest. It's a loss leader. The amount of money that we make from InvestFest, right? To be candid, because Market Mondays, I owe you guys a conversation because you are actually family.
Yeah.
Me personally, I made more money on one Micron call than what I made for InvestFest. 10,000 hours, by the way. All of them into no, but it's important for people to understand. Okay. We're not making no money on InvestFest because it's a narrative that, well, you guys are just doing it. It's a grift. It's a money grab. There's a lot more easier ways for us to make money. We know how to make money. There's a lot more easier ways for us to make money online or just through stock investing, stock trading, than literally doing something for a year with little to no return. This is just a fact, right? But you know who does benefit from InvestFest? The 100 speakers that's put on stage, that speak in front of people that they've never had the opportunity to, the largest crowds that they ever had in their whole entire life. 400 vendors that come to InvestFest that sell their products with no commission. 30 food trucks that sell their food for the whole entire weekend to 30,000 people with no commission. The hospitality, club owners, restaurant tours, the Uber drivers, the event planners, the security, the hotel staff, you name it. It's obvious that as an economic impact, it's 30,000 people. Obviously, 30,000 people didn't come from Atlanta. If you was at InvestFest, you met people from all over the world. And how they measure events is per day. So 30,000 people is really 90,000 people. That's a 90,000 person event, right? So why am I saying this? I'm saying this to say this should hit a little differently when you doing all of this. You're not really making no money. It's a labor of love. You discount tickets. You give tickets away. You discount vendor booths. You give vendor booths away. And you have to hear shit for 8 weeks about how it's a scam, about how we promote scammers. The day before InvestFest, there's a post that goes viral about the top 10 scammers that spoke at InvestFest. Nobody even took the time to even research that half of that list never even stepped foot in InvestFest ever. 5 people never even came to InvestFest ever. That's on the top 10 InvestFest speaker list. Two of those people have no idea why is Pinky Cole a scammer? Because she didn't succeed in business. She did succeed. She had a $100 million valuation. There's ups and downs. Who did she scam? Rick Ross? So you have one person that spoke on a podcast stage, and then you have another person. I'm sorry. What Meek Mill say, lock him up if he ain't perfect. I'm sorry. We have 400 speakers throughout InvestFest history, and we had 2 people that are now in federal indictments. Is that my fault? Is that Troy's fault? Oh, we didn't properly vet. How could you properly vet somebody that did something after the fact? But you ain't talk about 398 people that we gave opportunity to, that we helped change their life. But accountability is very important. So I'm gonna get to that, but I wanted to paint the full picture because when you winning, a winner always feel like he losing. So to me, it don't feel like a win. People are like, yo, you just came off InvestFest. The narrative should be 30,000 people, and you're right. But it hit me a little different when I know the work that we all put in to help people, to help Black people, and to see negativity left and right on my timeline and people talking about, yo, I met this person at InvestFest and they took my website. Now we're responsible for attendees also. And to see people, and then I'm seeing people in the comments that I know personally, that we help, that we put on the show, champion shit like this, narratives like that at InvestFest, the day before InvestFest. It bothers me on a different level. And it's human nature. You know, you got 100 people that say that they love you. The one person that comes up and says that he hates you, it's going to have a more vitriol response than 100 people that tell you that they love you. But that doesn't make it right. So the accountability is this. No matter how much hate we get, I know that the love is 10 times more. And that's my fault for focusing on negativity over positivity. So for this community, because I'm not talking to social media, I'm talking to the people that's been rocking with us from the beginning. That's Market Mondays. How it came out from the clip, very insensitive. And I know that it could be hurtful to somebody that's like, damn, I've been riding with y'all from the beginning. And how could you say this? So I understand how people could have taken that. And I really do want to say that if I hurt you in that commentary, I truly am sorry for that. Because that wasn't what it was for, and it's not who it's directed to. And like I said, that's something that I should do a better job of focusing on the love. But it, like I said, it hit a little different when you built it. Like, and it's like everybody's got commentary, but it's like it's a little different because we didn't raise money. So we don't take money, we make money. So everything that we put is on the line. So it's a little different when you put your own money on the line. We don't raise no money. We don't have outside investors. We ain't crowdfund for no money. I'm not knocking nobody that does that, but I'm just saying you gonna fight a little different for your shit when it's your child. When it's your child on trial, you're gonna fight a little different for it because you know that you built that from nothing. Impossible feat. It can never happen again. It can never happen again when we had 2 cell phones and we in a basement. And 8 years later, we got 30,000 people, and we never took money, and we never had no real financing behind us, and we never had no political connect, and we never had no real sponsorship. It's a little different. So when somebody try to tear that down for no reason, it hits you a little different. And that's my frustration. And it's like, we gonna talk about Black people because that's a nuanced conversation as well. But it hurts even more when you see Black people do it. Because it's like, you doing this, it don't gotta be said that it's for Black people. You know it's for Black people. You already know that. And that's the part that people don't, I don't never have to say Black Earn Your Leisure, Black InvestFest. You already know what it is. You know you had you have a safe space when you come to InvestFest because you're Black. You know you got a safe space when you watch Market Mondays. We don't got to say it. It is what it is. Like I said, I ain't have to learn culture. I am culture. This is shit that we grew up in. We don't got to, like, you know what I'm saying, overemphasize, yo, this is the Black. No, this is what it is. This is what it is. Where I'm going to go? Where I'm going to run? Where I'm going to run to? Who am I run to? You know what I'm saying? Like, who am I run to? I'm not going to be accepted nowhere. So it's like, we're going down the soil before we bend the knee. Believe that. Because this shit really means something a little bit different to us. But like I said, accountability is important as well because you don't never want to disrespect people that support you. And sometimes in your anger, you drag people into it that don't deserve it. And the people that watch Market Mondays, they don't deserve it. People that watch Blackout, they don't deserve it. People that's been rocking with us from day one, they don't deserve it. But I just really want y'all to understand. Y'all talking like, yo, if you don't want to do InvestFest, we don't have to do InvestFest. It won't hurt us financially. I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to brag, boast. I'm just completely being honest. It's going to hurt other people more than it hurts us. That's just a fact. If we have a $70 million economic impact, you obviously know if we don't do the event, it's going to hurt other people more than it hurts us. And that's when people are like, yo, he's anti-Black. We've done more for Black people than a lot of organizations. I will put us up against anybody. Over the course of the 8 years, we've highlighted 520 Black entrepreneurs. We don't got to say it's Black. We've highlighted 520 Black entrepreneurs that help change people's life.
With no back end taken.
Over the course of the last 8 years, we've made countless people millionaires from watching our show. That's a fact. For free information. We've opened up brokerage accounts. We've changed people's dynamics. We've made people buy homes. We've cleaned people's credit just from the free information that we provided on the show, and that's a fact. So you a political pundit or whatever, and I don't see anybody helping. Like they somebody, what have you done for Black people? That's what we've done for Black people. What have y'all done for Atlanta? That's what we did for Atlanta. In 3 days, we have more of an economic impact than some people have in their whole entire life. That is a fact. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. That is a fact. So y'all saying, oh, yo, he's anti-Black. How? All we did was help Black people from the beginning for free. All we did was help Black people. All we continue to do is help black people, but it's extremely frustrating when you see black people, and even this, you see InvestFest with 30,000 people. It's never been done before. It will never be done. It took all of these commentators to start commentating when I said something about something else that went viral. That's what got the attention. Right now, we got 7,800 people in here. It's the most people we had all year. We've been giving information for free all year. It took 7,800 people to come when we talking about some bullshit. That's why I wore this t-shirt. This t-shirt come from my iPhone. I made this t-shirt with my iPhone. This is our first logo. This is my emoji and Troy's emoji. I made it with my iPhone. This shit really from the ground up. This shit really from the ground up, like for real. Like I don't think like people fully understand. Like this shit built from the ground up. So it's gonna hit a little different when somebody's talking some bullshit. You're gonna fight a little bit different. You're gonna feel you're gonna get a little. They're like, yo, you're too emotional. Yeah, because it means a little bit more to me.
Baby. Yeah.
It means a little bit more to me, and that's the part that you'll probably never understand if you haven't built it. If you haven't built something, it's gonna be hard for you to understand. You're gonna be able to let it go. You're gonna be able to let people throw dirt on your name. You're gonna be able to let people tarnish your shit because it don't mean nothing to you. It's outside capital. It's other people's investments. But when you put your own money up in your own time, it's gonna feel a little different. And the last thing I say is like this: as far as like when you say the black thing, that's why, like I said, we don't never got to say that we black anything. We've done more for our community than I would argue mostly anybody. That's a fact. Because we did the most important thing and made people money. I know somebody that tried to call one of my friends and tell him like, yo, you need to get, he said, yo, I don't care what you tell me, they made me $2 million. It's going to be hard for me to ever go against the bros because they literally made me $2 million. That was his response. So I'm looking at it like this. It's hard to communicate some things, but they minimize things by language. So when they say, oh, this is the biggest black financial literacy event, what does that even mean? You segmented it in so many different categories that it doesn't mean anything anymore. Say what it is. It's one of the biggest business events in the world because that's what it is. Now that's a different level of credibility. Now that's a different level of sponsorship. Now that's a different level of growth. When it becomes, how it is now as an influencer event, it's a feel-good community event, then it's just, it goes on social, it goes viral, it's good for the moment. Nah, and that's another thing. I'm not happy with 30,000 because I want more. And it's not, I want more for me. I want it to be one of the biggest business events in the world. So when Julian Brown gets off stage, he got $20 million waiting for him because that's what happened if he was at Davos. That's what happened if he was at Milken. So y'all don't understand. It's not even about us. When we have a different lens, this whole shit is going to change. That's the part that's dangerous. Being called a financial literacy event for black people that's in the Southeast, that's not dangerous. Even though financial literacy is a dangerous word because they use that as a connotation of charity, of people that are not educated, of people that's like, oh, this is just community give back. No, call it what it is. It's business and it's economics and it's investing. We playing at the highest level possible. That's how we playing it. And everybody not gonna understand your vision. And that's fine. And like I said, maybe I am crazy, but I got to be crazy to think about some shit that's going to turn into something like that 6 years later. So fuck it. Roll the dice because we've been rolling the dice our whole life anyway. So yeah, I'm not happy with 30,000 people. I want it to be regarded as the World Economic Forum. I want it to be regarded as the Milken Conference. That's when you're going to see the entrepreneurs really walking out of there with $5 million because all the hedge funds got to come there. They don't look at it like that right now. They don't. And the more y'all tear it down, the more you're hurting your own ecosystem because y'all talking about all this black. Nobody put 19 Keys on stage except for us. That's a fact. Nobody put Queen of Four on stage except for us. That is a fact. Nobody's putting Yaki Awaken on stage except for us. That's a fact. Derek Falcon came home from doing a 12-year stretch. He's on our stage. We putting brothers on stage that will never get an opportunity ever in life. And shout out to Isaac Hayes. We spoke. You know, I had some issues with the commentary that he said because I felt like we helped him a lot. But he said something that was really insightful. He's like, yo, I've never been on TechCrunch. I've never been on. And I said, what you been on Earn Your Leisure? 8 times. 8 times. Between Blackout Market Mondays, InvestFest, and Market and Earn Your Leisure. 8 times. Who put Spurgo on? Who put Miss?
So I'm gonna stop it right there because he goes on to pretty much do the Stephen A. Smith thing of pointing out every accolade. But I want to say before you guys give your opinion, that last thing he just stated goes back to what Rain asked me and Plug earlier in the Tonight Show. Why do we feel like we have to go here or invest in that? Because of what he just said in that little piece. He said he had this black guy who said he'd never been on this other financial show. But he like, dog, but you've been on Earn Your Leisure over 8 times. Even people who look like us don't see the value in supporting us.
No.
So I would love to hear your guys' opinion about, because about what he had to say. I know everybody probably heard their own version of what he was saying, but I would love to hear what you guys think about what he was saying.
Okay. We had that rhetoric prior to even playing this video. We had this. Me and Souls had our back and forth. None negative. When I first started investing and putting money away and just focusing on my financial future, these two gentlemen from EYL, Earn Your Leisure, and Wall Street Trapper was the two guys that spoke my language. They spoke my language, but Trap spoke it better.
Yeah.
So I would listen to them first, but Trap would be my confirmation.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing negative to say about these gentlemen because everybody's going to take, their take away from whatever he said. And like when I was learning what the tickers was, you know what I'm saying? Like I learned what the tickers was and this, that, and the third from these guys. Like that's like a T-ball coach. You know what I'm saying? A little league coach. Like that's what they mean to me. You know what I mean? And they got me started because I saw two black dudes up there talking about trading and it intrigued me. I watched them for a long time, before I, just focus solely on dealing with, and I got blessed to be behind the chair and meet gentlemen that invest, themselves that look like me. And I didn't need no podcast no more. I'm getting real life phone conversations and Zoom calls with real black men that I know that helped me, and two white gentlemen that helped me too. And one cat from Pakistan helped me too. So I was, I have nothing. I know what they trying to do, but I know what they fighting against. So I just leave it there.
What about you, Rain?
Sometimes I think I don't know the prelude to the conversation, like to the conversation with Tesla and EYL. I didn't get that part. I never saw that part. But sometimes I think some things don't really have to be addressed. Let people think what they're gonna think. If some of the people think you scamming, a lot of people gonna be with you. Some people gonna be against you. Somebody's gonna always have something negative to say. It's not always gonna be positive, and sometimes you just gotta put them in your back pocket and move forward. I get his stance on, they want it to be bigger than just black, but the just black wants it to be just black because they want to. I think that come on, Rain. having the word black in front of things, I think people, right,
marginalize it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And it just is, there's more to it than that. He wants it to be bigger than just black, and I get the vision. Probably
no, he wants it to be black. He doesn't want it to be viewed. He doesn't want it to be labeled as black.
So he wants it to be black, but he doesn't want to be labeled as black.
Yes, he wants it to be black. He wants it to be us, but he wants it to be not labeled as black. He says there's no need for it to be labeled black because that's what we are. This is what it is. That's what it is.
And that's the reason why he's getting pushback.
Well, he getting pushback because people were calling his event for scammers and all that. And they were talking about some of the names he said, like 19 Keys and all that. But then at the end of the day, he made a comment and said, "You know what? Can't make y'all happy, man. I'm done with this." pretty much saying like he's done with black folks, and he said next year I'll just open it up to the whole melting pot.
Yeah.
But if you listen to the beginning of what he said on this one, he opened up with an apology. He led with, I was in my emotions, and he wanted, and that's why I wanted people to really listen to it. I know everybody's not going to get the same message, which is fine. But I think people don't understand the emotion that comes behind something you created.
Oh, your baby. Yeah, that's your baby.
And that's one of the things that people will never understand until you're the one with the vision. When you're the visionary and people can't get on board, it's the hardest thing you'll ever deal with. Because later on in this interview, right after he got done talking, his brother next to him apologized, said, I should have had your back better. Regardless of how I felt about what you were saying, I should have had your back. Because he understands his vision. People who understand your vision should always protect the visionary. You should always protect the visionary. It doesn't matter if we don't agree, but you should always protect the visionary. Because we said we're here because we have the same vision. That doesn't mean we're going to agree with everything, but we should protect the visionary. And like his brother talked about it afterwards, but I think he led with, hey, it's my emotions in this, because I built this thing when me and my brother was in a basement on 2 iPhones, literally talking about investing in crypto or whatever they were talking about at first. You know what I mean? Like, so, but I think a lot of people are going to take away. He felt like he needed to justify his character and the things that he has done to show people what he's done for the people who were also blaming him.
Yeah, because the people that are bashing him don't even know him. Don't even know him.
Like it's like what Stephen A did yesterday when we had him, right? Yeah. If you don't know him, his journalist career, he's like, well, I need to tell you what I did. And some people will take that one way, but I respect what he did.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, go ahead. Go. What you said, Plug?
No, you good. Go ahead, bro.
You good. You good.
Say people call it something else when it ain't even that. It's just, it hurt, dog. I ain't gonna even lie, man. I feel his pain, man. It hurt, bro.
Yeah.
It really hurt, bro, because I know, bro. I know what I have an idea of what they bread look like. And it ain't coming from no podcast.
Fact.
Like being solid and having one thing, the main thing be the main thing, like investing. Like, man, I look at mine and be like, man, if I were full-time with this shit, boy, like if I really was getting busy with it, like they getting busy with it, I would just imagine what my portfolio would look like. You know what I mean? Like if I didn't have, my life wasn't set up like it is, man, it right now, it really makes me want to just eliminate everything and just stay focused on that. Because I know what it could be. Like 5 would be 6, like before the year out.
Yeah.
Man.
But
man, these people crazy, but when they say some scam, bro, they crazy, bro. Like they so ignorant. And I ain't talking about ignorant. I'm talking about ignorant. Like have no clue. Because that's what they was trying to introduce to you what investment is. But everybody want such a quick, fast ROI. Everybody think everything a dope sale. Everything think this a cocaine slang. Everybody think this a pound flip. No, man, this is 8 years.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you don't even know, bro. Man, wait till I had this interview, man. Wait till I had this interview, bro. And just see what 6 solid sacrificing years did for somebody. And within the 1 year, it doubled. Went from this to that, like double. Like, man, once you reach a certain peak on the numbers, man, they'll never buy another Gucci shirt, bag, Louis, nothing ever again. You be in corner store tees like this right here. $6 Arab tees. What you talking about, man? Y'all crazy, man. Folks are so uninformed, bro. They so uninformed. And the only thing they try and do is introduce you to something to help your palate, man.
I said something on Plug's show yesterday. Shout out to Doe. They had a great show. A lot of our language is broke people language. You only feel scammed when you felt like you put your last into it because you ain't got no more left.
Boom.
You can't scam a nigga that got money.
Mm.
You can call it a scam. You can call, like, the person might feel like they got over on you. But if I bust down and gave you a $2,000 and you told me you could flip it and do this, and then you can't come back with it, if that $2,000 was my only $2,000, yeah, you scam me. But if I got another 6 figures behind that $2,000, that $2,000 ain't nothing. I just learned the lesson.
I just bought you.
Yeah, you ain't scam me. I just learned a lesson. I think it's different. And that's why I always tell people, you know, everybody leave with money ain't important. It's easy to say that when you don't have it.
Yep.
Because I would tell you this, money has changed my life in positive matters. I'm talking about not just for me. I'm talking about for my family. I'm talking about being able to do whatever your family needs for you to be that person people can call on. And sometimes it becomes stressful to be the bank, but at the end of the day, think about the blessing that you're able to do it. I don't think we realize that. Should Plug will tell you. Plug will tell you. Plug see me. Plug what I wear. I wear jogger pants and a shirt. I go to the barbershop. I look like the brokest nigga in Texas.
He just had them Dion's on though.
Yeah, that's it.
He gonna have them primes on. He gonna have them primes on now. He gonna have some primes and some New Balance. Oh, some New Balance. He gonna have some Granddaddy New Balance on. I went into Walmart the other day to go get a sound bar for the studio, and bro, I walked in there, bro. And this was the best feeling. I had to call my brother, and I got him on the phone. And I was like, bro, you know, I'm frugal. I'm real frugal. I only get the things that I need. I only get necessities. And I get a little bit of what I want. But I put my bread where it's supposed to be. But boy, I walked in that store, and I was looking around. I saw the PS5 down there. I saw the joysticks. I saw the gaming stuff. And then I walked around and I like for real. Then I got mad because I saw the sound bar was the same price as some headphones. And I was like, and I was fussing. But I was thinking to myself, like, well, I get whatever I want out this motherfucker. Like I ain't lying. I get whatever the fuck I want out of here right now. And it felt so good.
Good. Yeah.
But I just came and got my sound bar.
Yeah.
And got the hell on.
Yeah.
And I was like, and that was like, man.
Y'all stop. I'm gonna tell y'all this. There's a book called The Richest Man of Babylon. I talk about this over and over and over again. Everybody go purchase this book.
It's over there.
It's called The Richest Man of Babylon. And this book will let you know how important money is. And it even comes, if you believe in God, it comes from a biblical standpoint as well. But it also tells you about not putting your investments. You don't give he said, I love that book. Yeah. You don't give a man who sells carpet money to invest in silk. Like, I never seen the world that we're living in today. We would let somebody who broke tell us money ain't important. But then they get money off of you. We'll tell somebody to tell you, man, all you gotta do is do this, to do this, to do this, man. You can get this, man. But you don't got it.
You ain't got a damn thing.
We have to start investing in what the people who have already achieved what we're trying to achieve. You can't move forward in life trying to listen to somebody who ain't even got you there. This book even tell you when to start lending money to your family. There's people who died in this book because they owe debts. But that's another topic for another day. But I think the Earn the Leisure, we're going to get to y'all comments too. We appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Earn Your Leisure, I think he was speaking from a place of emotions. And I think he said it multiple times to let people know that. And I think that's what you have to really take away from it, is the transparency that he led with. Because he ultimately told us, I was hurt by the feedback that I received. So, like a kid, I pouted and said something back mean. But today, I'm coming back here trying to justify why I feel the way I feel. And either y'all are going to accept it or not. And I'm going to tell you the part, and I don't think Plug liked this phrase. I don't know. Rain never said nothing about it because I say it all the time. If you around me, you heard it from me. I'm going to be okay with or without you. Just tell me what you want to do. Soul's going to be okay. Because everything I created before you came here. So that's my bit. And that's literally what he said. We make no money off of InvestFest.
Ain't no easy lose, nigga. Ain't an easy lose, bro.
It's not about being it's not about being an easy. I don't think you lose people just because they move off of what you want them to do. You can still be friends or be with someone and not be doing the same vision. I just feel like people have to understand that, like, Earn Your Leisure is going to earn. They're going to earn their money. They're rich. They're set in stone.
Really, really rich.
Like, they have proven things that work. Wall Street Trapper, I watched him tonight. Every Tuesday, he do Trapping with Wall Street. Every Tuesday, he come up with a monologue, amazing work. He's going to be okay for the rest of his life. He has the formula. Once you have the formula, everybody else just you just a plug and play. The formula is the formula.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Hey, you keep shooting at me, bro. I got my vest on tonight.
You so stupid, boy. But like, because you think about it, you think about Little Dog. Little Dog went from everybody hating on him to Stephen A. Smith and 2 million followers on multiple channels. Revamped a whole show with a whole new panel that ain't even good, but still get the view. It's plug and play. It's literally plug and play. Plug with 1G. Plug and play. So, like, at the end of the day, I think people need to understand, when you have something great in your midst, don't mess it up. And I think that's what Earn Your Leisure was trying to explain. Like, hey, we're trying to bring something for you guys. And I'm going to say this one more time, too. For all African Americans, stop selling what you do to just your race. Because this is the battle you fight once you make a statement that other people don't align with. That's the only reason why Earn Your Leisure got the pushback. Because everything they started off was about Black people. I went back and watched some old interviews of them. Every time they went on the show, Black this, Black that, Black this, Black that. And that's really wasn't where your heart was. You just pulled, we talked about this, right? And I'm not trying to throw anything at Earn Your Leisure, but it's almost like that grifting characteristic we talked about. You take the lowest people, and that's who you prey on. And then now that group of people is really your pot that you're pulling from all the time. And I think that's one of the big things we have to learn. Like, you have to, so that's the biggest thing. He said, what is economic discrimination? I don't know. I'll have to look that up. We'll have to give you the actual definition. But let's see here. We got a lot of chats. Let's see here. We got one more quick topic to go over after this.